Hello and welcome to day 3 of our seated workout challenge. So excited to have you here. Let's get started with our core stability workout today. And we are going to play our music. If anything doesn't feel great in your body, definitely switch it up, make any adjustments or take breaks as you need as we go through today. So let's get our tunes going and let's get started. All right, from your seated position in your chair, we're going to start with our warm-up with hundreds. So start with your feet flat on the floor, hinge back at your waist so your shoulders come a little bit behind the hips and your back stays flat. Arms reach out straight so that arms are reaching to the outsides of the thighs, fingertips pointed to that downward diagonal in line with the shoulders. Pump your arms up and down. So keeping the arms straight, take the palms, push them back by the legs, and then lift them to release. If you'd like to add more instability to this, in addition to your lean back position, feel free to float your legs off the ground, hover those feet, hover those toes. Getting those arm movements pumping, almost as if you're slapping the surface of water as you fan your arms, your thighs, up and down. Getting our abs woken up, we're ready to go. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead and bring your feet flat if they aren't already. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders come right back over hips. We're going to go into seated crunches. So hands are going to go behind your head, elbows point out to the sides nice and wide, and then you're going to crunch forward. So squeeze your abs, nose points down towards your knees, and then sit up nice and tall, shoulders come right back over hips. Crunch forward, shoulders back over hips. Taking nice deep breaths as we go through this, moving at your pace. All right, and shake that out. Let your arms come back down to your sides. Now for this next one, I'm gonna hold on to the arms of my chair for support. You can do that, or you can hold on to the bottom of your chair for support if you don't have arms on your chair. And we're gonna do a single leg circle. So I'm gonna keep my left foot planted flat on the ground, and then I'm gonna extend my right leg straight so there's no more bend in my knee. My toe is pointed. I'm gonna draw a circle with my right leg, keeping my leg straight, opening up through the hip, engaging the muscles in the thigh, and reverse your directions of your circle. You choose how big or how small your circle is, keeping the rest of your body still. And go ahead and set that leg down. So right foot comes flat down to the ground, left leg extends straight, toes pointed. Draw a circle, sorry, I have the hiccups. Draw circles with that left leg straight. Trying a circular motion with those left toes. Opening up through the hip, keeping the entire body still aside from that left leg. Reverse your circle. Reverse directions. Nice job. And go ahead, set that left foot back down on the ground. We're gonna go into single leg stretch. So both feet can start flat on the floor, hinge back. So those shoulders come backward a little bit. So they're just a little bit behind the hips instead of right over the hips. And then hug your right knee into your chest. So both hands wrap around the right cat or right shin. And you can either leave your left foot planted or extend your left foot out straight or left leg out straight so it can float off the ground. And then you're gonna switch. Hug your left knee into your chest, right leg goes out straight or flat to the floor. And continue, switching, switching, switching. Hugging one knee into the chest, switching, hugging the other knee into the chest, switching. Job. Abs supporting us as we go through this motion with our legs. Low abs on fire, obliques on fire. And go ahead, Bring both your feet flat down to the ground. Sit up nice and tall once again. We're gonna go into double leg stretch. So go ahead and lean back as well. If you would like to use your hands to assist in this movement, you can. Otherwise, follow along with me. So start with your hands by your side and then extend them up, around, over the head. Then you're gonna hug your knees into your chest, sweep the arms around and down till you're hugging yourself into your chest. And then legs extend out long, arms sweep out to the sides and up over the head. Then again, knees tuck into the chest, arms sweep down by the sides, hug yourself into a ball, extend everything out. Big burn for the abs here as they're keeping us stable with our arms and legs on the move. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and set both feet back down to the ground. Now we're going to do a straight leg stretch. So go ahead and extend your leg, right leg straight forward, and reach for your right ankle. Maybe you only land among your thigh, your knee, your calf, that's okay. And then switch. Left knee straightens and right foot's flat, and switch once again. So stay reaching towards your toes, and you're straightening one leg, then setting it down, straightening the other leg. Getting a nice stretch through the back of the leg as we extend our leg, and a contraction through the top of the leg. And go ahead and set both feet down. Now we're gonna do both legs lift. So have your legs as straight as you can. If they have a bend in them, that's perfectly fine. Hold on to the arms of your chair or something for support here. Again, legs can be bent or straight. Lift your legs up towards hip height, lower them back down to the ground. Legs lift up towards waist height and lower back down. The low abs doing the work here, both legs squeezing together. Low abs contracting to get that lift. And bend your knees, send your feet flat to the floor. Nice job. We're gonna get into a little bit of a flow here. Wiggle out anything else that you need. Abs are warm and ready to keep firing up. So let's go into alternating high knees. So if you need to sit a little bit forward in your chair, feel free. If you need to hold on to something for balance, or if you need to use your hands to assist, that is perfectly fine. Right knee comes up, and then set your foot back down. Left knee comes up towards the chest, set your foot back down, and keep alternating. Try to keep a proud chest here, shoulders stacked over your hips. Nice deep breaths. You got this. If you'd like, you can stay here, or you can take it double time. If you take it double time, you'll need to hinge back. So shoulders send a little bit further back than the hips are, but both knees lift, and then both toes tap down onto the ground. So option to keep alternating, option to take it double time. Both knees lift, both knees lower, double high knee. Keeping the abs crunched in, nice and strong here. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and let those feet fall back down to the ground. We go into some side bends. Let's leave our left arm on either the arm of your chair or on your lap. Right arm reaches up and over the head to the left. Then reset. Right arm rests long. Left arm reaches up and over the head to the right. Oops, sorry, there's a loud hiccup. And continue switching side bends. Alternating, reaching up and over. There's another hiccup. Up and over. Stretching out the side of our body, elongating, but with one elongation comes a crunch of the other side. So this time we're focusing on the stretch. We're going to focus on the crunch in just a bit. All right. Come back through center. We're gonna take it to our side crunches. So hands are gonna go behind your head, elbows point out wide. If that doesn't feel good on the shoulders, hands can stay on the lap, that's fine. Now we're gonna crunch, focus on the crunch through the side. So right elbow, since your hands are behind your head, elbow wide, right elbow points down towards the ground to the right of you. You'll feel a crunch through the right side of the body. Come back through center and repeat on the left. If you have your hands on your lap, it's the same motion. One shoulder dips towards the ground and recenter. The other shoulder dips towards the ground, recenter. Feeling a crunch through the obliques, the side abs. Boom. Burning out through the core. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Put both your hands on your lap. Palms face down, fingertips point away from you or forward. Now we're gonna do push-ups on our lap. So you're gonna keep a flat back, so keep your belly button pulled in. Shoulders start stacked over your hips. And then you're gonna hinge forward, keeping your back flat until your nose points down, chest comes towards the backs of your hands. And then you're gonna put through the palms on the thighs to get your shoulders to come right back over your hips. Repeat that at your own pace. Seated push-ups. Activating the muscles in the back. Activating the biceps and the triceps, the chest. Bending the arms as you hinge forward. Extending the arms to get those shoulders to come right back over the hips. And your back nice and flat as you hinge forward and back. Or forward and up. Nice job. And next time you are up, shoulders stacked over hips, stay there. Ooh, another hiccup, stay there. Now, you're gonna pull your elbows in towards your sides. So bend your arms to an L shape or 90-degree angle. Elbows are in towards the ribs. Forearms face forward. Palms face forward. Left fingertips point left, right fingertips point right. Squeeze your elbows, trying to get them to squeeze behind the rib cage. And then release. Squeeze the elbows towards each other, release. So the elbows will not touch. But that's the direction we're moving to get the muscle engagement that we feel through the upper back. So muscles or elbows squeeze together behind the ribs, little release. Squeeze together, little release. Job. Getting nice and tall through the torso. And go ahead and release, rest. Next up, we're gonna take it to open the gate. So hip opener and glute work happening here. So I'm gonna move a little bit forward in my chair. So I'm sitting at the front of my chair. Feet start flat on the floor. You can hold on to the arms of your chair. You can use your hands to assist in your legs movement. Hands can go on hips, whatever you prefer. Right knee is gonna come up towards the chest, and then it's gonna point wide, right knee right, and then drop back down to the ground. So right knee comes up, right knee points right, right leg reset. So up, out, and down, opening the gate. So as you do this is work through the hip. You'll feel a contraction through the glutes. And we're working the upper or the tops of the thighs, the quads as we lift our leg. We're working the inner thigh and outer thigh as we move our knee to the side. Lots going on here. Opening through the hip as well. And go ahead and rest that right leg. Let's take it to the left side. Left knee up, left knee left, down. Up, out, down. Job. Evening out both sides here. Got it. Feel that burn happening. It's a good thing. It means you're working hard. All right. And go ahead and reset. Both feet come flat to the ground. And option to rest the hands on the lap, on your hips, or on the arms of your chair. We're gonna take a wide side step again for the glutes, inner and outer thighs. So I'm gonna put my hands on my hips to start. Right foot is gonna step wide to the right, and then come back center. Left foot is going to step wide to the left, come back center. Feel a pinch through your outer glutes. If you'd like to add an opposite reach, left foot steps out as left arm reaches across the body to the right overhead. Reset. So that's adding a little core twist, getting some oblique action in here as we strengthen through the lower body. So just stepping your foot out as wide as you can, leg almost straight if you can get it there. Reaching. Same side arm across the body. Right leg right, right arm up and over to the left, almost as if you're reaching across in front of your face. You got it. Got to keep the shoulders stacked over the hips here. And reset. Both feet come flat down to the ground. And this time, you can have your hands again on your lap, on your hips, or on the arms of your chair. And you're gonna plant your heels on the ground, so toes are not on the ground. And you are gonna just take turns, push your right heel into the ground, release, push your left heel into the ground. So both heels always stay touching the ground. They have constant contact with the ground. You're just pushing one a little bit more, with a little bit more effort as we switch through. Push right heel, release, push left heel, release. Pulling in through the belly button, pulling in through the abs, each push you have with those heels. And exhaling every time you push your heel into the ground, inhaling to reset. So push, inhale, push, inhale. Exhale as you push. Good job. And doing some bonus leg work here as well. And reset. Now we're gonna go into some seated windmill toe touches. So set your feet flat down to the ground, taking them maybe shoulder width apart or as wide as will comfortably allow. Put your arms into a T shape. So left fingertips point left, right fingertips point right, right arms are at shoulder height. Then you're gonna hinge forward. Right hand is gonna reach towards the outside of the left ankle as the left arm reaches towards the ceiling. Then you're gonna come back up through center, arms nice and wide once again, and left hand reaches towards the outside of the right ankle. As you're hinging forward to reach there, your right hand goes towards the ceiling behind you. Good job. You don't have to reach to the ankle if you're not there. Just towards the ankle is exactly what we're looking for. If you're at the ankle, great. If you're not, you're still getting the same work. Good job. Getting a core twist each time we reach. And cross the body. Keeping strong through the upper back as we pull our shoulder blades together. Getting a stretch through the backs of the legs every time we hinge forward. All right, option to keep it here. Option to extend your legs out straight in front of you so your knees are no longer bent and continue this motion. If you do this, you might not be able to reach exactly towards the ankle, but just in that direction again. Perfectly fine. You might not be able to hinge completely forward. Opposite hand reaches in the direction of the opposite ankle. Keeping your chest nice and wide the entire time. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. I'm going to come to the forward position in my chair again, just a little bit towards the front of the seat. And we're gonna go into standing or seated bird dog. So reach both arms up to, or forward rather, both arms forward at shoulder height. Palms can face each other, fingertips forward. Now extend your right leg straight as you lift your left arm to the ceiling. Then bend your right foot back to its starting position and left leg extends straight as the right arm raises to the ceiling. When your leg is not in the extended spot, in that extended position, you can have your foot rested on the ground. You got it. Job. Taking deep breaths as you reach opposite hand, opposite leg. Nice job. Okay, shake it out. We're gonna go into our cool down portion of the workout. So switching our vibes here just a bit. And we go into our cool down. So from your seated position, feet flat, hands can be on your lap. We're gonna do seated cat-cow. So first, tuck your chin to your chest, push your spine backwards, kind of roll your shoulders forward, stretching out and elongating the muscles surrounding the spine. Then when you're ready, push your belly button forward, roll your shoulders back, nose points forward, chest proud. For cow, go through these at your own pace. So pushing your spine back to the back of the chair, and then sitting tall, belly button comes forward. Giving the core, the torso, a nice stretch. When you feel good about that, feel free to relax your shoulders, shake it out. Shoulders will come right back over your hips. Reach your right arm to the ceiling and then bend the right elbow. So right elbow's to the ceiling now. And the palm of your right hand touches the back of your left shoulder blade. Take your left hand and guide your elbow, your right elbow in towards center just slightly to feel a stretch through the back of the arm. Take a nice deep breath. And go ahead, switch sides. So left elbow points towards the ceiling. The palm of the left hand comes to the back of the right shoulder blade. Right hand reaches towards the outside of the left arm to hug it in closer to the midline to deepen the stretch. And go ahead and release both your arms back down by your sides. Give them a little shake, give them a little wiggle. We're gonna take our arm across, stretching out the back, our upper back. So left fingertips are gonna reach across the body. So left fingertips are pointing directly to your right, which means your left arm comes across your chest. Take your right hand, take the palm of your hand and press it in towards you or hug it in towards you, placing it between the left elbow and shoulder, hugging the left arm in closer to the chest, feeling an opening through the back of that shoulder. And my hiccups are gone, yay! Go ahead and release, shake it out. Right fingertips point to the left this time, so right arm comes across the chest. Right fingertips pointing left, hug your right arm in towards your chest. Place your left hand, the palm of your left hand, in between your right elbow and right shoulder to hug your arm in closer to your chest. Feel an opening through the back of that shoulder, the upper back. And go ahead and release that. We're gonna go into a side bend and we're gonna hold it this time. So right arm reaches up to the sky and then reach up and over the head to the left, elongating the right side of the body from the fingertips all the way down to the hip. Feel a nice stretch. Maybe your left arm is by your hip, on your lap, on the arm of your chair. And come back through center. Left arm reaches up and overhead to the right, elongating the left side of the body. Taking a nice deep breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and release that. Take your feet about hip width apart, toes forward, flat on the floor. And hinge, reach down, reach for your toes, holding yourself in half. Feel the stretch through the backs of your legs. Release any tension through your shoulders. Let your neck hang heavy. If it feels good, go ahead and widen your stance. Walk your feet out wider than hip width apart, opening up through the inner and outer thighs and through the hips. Again, let your head hang heavy. And when you're ready, slowly roll up. Extend your legs straight in front of you. Plant your heels into the ground, toes point up, and then slowly reach forward, trying to get your legs as straight as you can. You might not get them perfectly straight. That's okay. Slight bend is fine. Reach for your toes. Just elongating that leg a little bit will increase the stretch through the back of the leg. When you're ready, slowly roll up all the way to the top. That is the end of our core stability session. Thanks everyone for joining. If you loved it, let us know. Leave us a comment or a like or subscribe to our channel. And we hope to catch you back here for day 4.